Hi everybody, I wanted to share a practice today that's been helping me with dealing with compassion, fatigue, and just the overwhelm of the world right now, and being a sensitive being on this planet at this time, as I know so many of you are. So I thought I'd share this video, and this is Tonglen practice, which is a Tibetan Buddhist practice. So I share this with deep reverence and gratitude for this practice, and I hope it's useful to you. So Tonglen is a Tibetan word that means taking and sending. And so the practice is that when we're met with suffering, so whether it be our own suffering or the suffering of those that we love, the suffering in the world, that we have a natural inclination to push it away, to resist it, right? And the wisdom of this practice is that by actually allowing it in, by breathing it in, and then on the out breath, sending relief, sending compassion, that this is a transformative practice that allows us to be with suffering in a way that actually grows our compassion rather than contributing to a feeling of overwhelm and stuckness. So we're going to start by just focusing on the breath and coming into as much of a sense of calm and clarity as we have access to in this moment. So even if it's just a tiny bit of spaciousness, I want to just take a few moments to breathe, and we are practicing releasing thoughts and focusing on the space between our thoughts. So we'll just take a few deep breaths. And then we'll start the practice with ourselves, with our own suffering. And then we'll move outwards from there. So starting with ourselves and thinking about whether it be physical pain in your body, emotional pain, maybe a sense of inadequacy, a sense of worthlessness, a sense of longing, a sense of shame that has been with you lately. And we're just going to practice on the in breath, taking this in, and on the out breath, sending ourselves gentle, loving compassion and relief. And you can bring colors, imagery, texture, sound, whatever works for you. So I like to breathe in, imagining that I'm taking in the suffering, and on the exhale that I'm breathing out. For me, it's kind of a soothing, rose-colored light. So for you, it might be something different, but let's just start there. Breathing in the suffering, and on the exhale, sending ourselves gentle compassion and relief. Practicing this few more breaths with ourselves. And just notice. Notice if anything shifts in our body. For me, I feel a sense of relief, a sense of warmth and spaciousness. And now I want you to think about someone that you love, someone that you care about, and thinking about their suffering. And instead of pushing it out, blocking it out, we're practicing breathing in their suffering on the inhale and exhaling compassion on the exhale. And now thinking of an acquaintance, someone that you don't know very well, maybe somebody that you see at the grocery store or a neighbor, and practice taking in their suffering, breathing in their suffering, and exhaling compassion, love, relief. Noticing if you feel any sensations in your heart or your body while you do this. And this is something that we can practice today. We can practice with ourselves. We can practice as we walk by strangers or we consume the news. We think about the suffering in our own communities, in our families, and on a global level. And so, once again, I hope this is useful, and thank you for following along. And you can find more of this content on the Sweetwater Liberation Lab Patreon, and I'll put a link in my bio for that. Have a beautiful day.